Day viewers all over the world. I welcome you all in today's session of Philosophy and Life. My name is Achom Ogechi, your favorite host. With us here today, we have an ordinal evangelist. You're welcome to the program, sir. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochitubel Orifite. I'm an ancient high priest. Also, I'm a priest in Ugochitubel Ordinary Temple, where I do deep consultation and other spiritual works. And also, I'm a priest in Ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission. So you can call me a priest or Ordinary Evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Straight to the point. Now, our first question for today is how can you honor Chukwokiki with your physical health?
Thank you for that question. Uh, First and foremost, for us to understand and worship Chukwuoke Premi Henine with all we have and our entire being. First of all, we understand that we were creatures, we are His image. Human being was made by His image and likeness, meaning our we have the spark of Chukwuokike in us, which is our inner selves. Then we should appreciate our existence, that we are here for a purpose. And that is why our physical body was given to us. And once you understand that being here was a privilege, and there's a purpose why you were created, and there's a purpose why that physical body was given to you as a vessel, as what you will use to wander in this gross material world, you have to respect that your physical body and never to abuse it in any way. Some people will ask, in what ways do we abuse our physical body given to us? Whenever you are living a life without paying attention to your health, you are abusing it. Those things you know that this will put your life, your health in jeopardy. You must avoid it. So once you are careless about your body, both health wise and physically, you are not paying attention, it shows that you didn't appreciate that God gift of your body. It's only when you appreciate God given gift as your body on earth, you will be able to appreciate it and safe keep that in your body. To ensure, knowing fully well that by living a good life, safe keeping your body, you are giving glory to Chukwuokike. For you to appreciate and thank Chukwuokike for giving you opportunity to have this your earthly body here on earth. It's only by safekeeping that body in all ramification you give gratitude to Chukwuokike that you really appreciate that opportunity given to you in this land of the living. Thank you.
All right, well said. Another one is this. How do we, or why is it important for us to preserve our native names and languages?
Yeah, thank you for that question. The truth of the matter is that our native names and languages is our image, is our identity. So whenever we lose our native names and our language, we have lost it all. Example, if you are an Igbo man, you are an Igbo man, but you bear all the slave master names. I call those names slave master names. Those names that was given to us by these foreign missionaries. It's the names they used to enslave us. It's the name they used to tell us that our names are inferior. So, and sometimes most of these their foreign names is meaningless. And I will tell you that our names, when Igbo man maybe from Anambra State bears um, Johnson, John, if such Igbo man's name was mentioned anywhere in the world, nobody will identify him as Igbo man, and which is total loss. So their native names and their language is their symbol that by so doing people will know this is an Igbo man. So whenever we lose our identity, it makes the mess of our entire existence. So I will urge everyone from any language at all to maintain that their native names and languages, because it's what people will identify you with. Yes, because our native names speaks volume of who we are and our origin. The same thing with our languages. Many people decide out of ignorance to uh, abandon their native names because of what people will think. Maybe they think that the names is not of modern. But what is important is the meaning and the identity attached to it. That is the most important thing. Then again, their language speaks volume. It's a pity nowadays that even some parents they used to train their children with foreign languages, thereby denying the identity of that particular child. I remember one incident in Abuja when I was in Abuja. This particular child of about 10 years, I asked him, "Where are you from?" He told me that my mom told me that I'm an Igbo, meaning that he doesn't know how to even speak or express himself with his native language. So anybody that will take away your native language and native names from you have done you the worst ever. Thank you.
So, how can embracing Chukwukige's perspective change how we view failures and successes?
Yeah, thank you for that question. The truth of the matter is that human beings was created in a way that we have this spark of Chukwuke in us, except few individuals that have already suppressed their true selves. So when somebody recognizes Chukwuke as the Alpha and Omega, the creator of the entire universe, always have that in mind. We help you to always behave well, reason and right. Recognize what is different, that you is mankendo, that Chukwuke created we human spirit in his image and likeness. So whom much is given, much is expected. We are expected to make meaningful impact in this gross material. And it's only when we discover the difference between us and animals we'll be able to make meaningful impact. So when someone discover and accept the fact that he was made in image and likeness of Chukwu, the person will always reason and right and always do what is expected of him or her. Then live as a matured human being, which we are ought to be. So this opportunity given to us by Chukwuokike is for us to understand our existence and why we should live as his children. Thank you.
How does being part of the community influence your spiritual practices?
Yeah, thank you for the question. Um, Being part of the community help to remove our spiritual practices and who we are. Remember, in the time past, people of that era, yesteryears, the moral value was so high, unlike what we have nowadays. I remember those days when we are growing up. The entire society and the community, greeting, respecting the elders, we are the order of the day. But nowadays, it's something totally different. Again, During that yesteryears, we believe in Igbo society na ofu onye anara azụ nwa. Like yesteryears, if your child misbehaves, your neighbors can help and discipline that child. And when the parents comes back, they will thank the neighbor for doing the right thing. For the world of today, some parents will charge for you for disciplining their child when their child is wronged. So you can see that the moral value of today's world have really changed to worst, from better to worse. So, and they are really affecting the entire society. So, community way of living is of great help to spiritual growth of any society. Yesteryears, when I was say in primary school, you dare not come home with someone, something, an item that is not yours. Name them sharpener, pen, whatever, whatever, even cleaner will be dealt with. So by so doing, this culture of taking what is not yours will be dealt with. But today's world, people can easily go out there. I mean, underage children. You see some children 15, 16, they will say they are doing Yahoo, Yahoo, or whatever. You see them coming home with huge amount of money, and nobody dares to ask questions. And the thing has really eaten deep in our society. That today nobody cares how people make their money and whatever, and it's really eating deep in our society. So moral value is down and it's affecting even the spiritual life of communities. So it's so bad. I wish parents will sit up then to go back to yesteryears of ways of training children collectively. Maka na nwa bụ nwa ọra. Daalụ.
With all you have said, I want to know, is there anything that can be done to rectify what has really eaten deep into the society, as you have said?
Yes, something can be done. I urge religious leaders, especially, to take it upon themselves to start preaching morals more and pay less attention in prosperity preaching. The same thing goes to community leaders. Yes, they should celebrate more of people with noble characters and pay less attention to this Egombute menace and those people that are uh, getting money, living a luxurious lifestyle, but they don't even know the source of their income. I think by so doing, we will now give upcoming children, make them to understand that there is dignity in labor, that what is important is the lifestyle, not the level of your egombute. By so doing, people will begin to chase for morality than prosperity.
How does seeing your body as a temple impact your daily habits?
Thank you for that question. Seeing our body as temple of God will help us to live a life worthy of emulation. Understand that our body is given to us as a vessel to be used here on earth, not to abuse it. We abuse our body, God-given body, in many ways by not paying adequate attention to our health, by our lifestyle. As we speak now, some people are still living loose lifestyles. I used to have a neighbor then, a young boy, but he used to have frequent female visitors. So he's dating all of them. I asked him a question, why are you living a promiscuous life? He laughed at me and told me that have I seen any man that passed on without attaching something that killed him? He told me that something must kill a man. Jokingly, he told me that if what we came happens to come from women, so be it. You can see that this person is live a carefree life. By so doing, not cherishing the God-given gift. So we human beings, the fact that Chukwuka gave us this opportunity to be here on earth, give us this body as a vessel, we should do everything humanly possible to ensure that we protect this our life in good health. The same thing with people that you see them going into runs, moving from one location to another, sleeping with multiple sex partners. By so doing, they can easily expose themselves to sickness and diseases. So most people are living careless lifestyle. So I'm of the opinion that we human beings should learn and appreciate God's given body and put it in a good health always, because we are going to give account how we make use of this earthly body given to us by Chukwuka.
In what ways does Chukwokike's love influence self-worth?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Chukwuka's love ought to help human spirit to discover our worth. But it's only when we understand that we are privileged to be here on earth, we'll be able to appreciate His love towards mankind. So, for us to understand the importance of our existence and accept or understand the purpose of being here on earth, is when we understand His love, that giving us opportunity to be here on earth is a privilege. That is the only way we can make good use of our existence and be able to be meaningful to ourselves and be able to build a better future for ourselves. So let's embrace the fact that Chukwuka loves us so much that our existence is out of love. Let's make use of it to better our existence. Thank you.
How can communities support the called ones among them in their spiritual journeys?
Thank you for the question. Community can actually support called ones in their spiritual journey because called ones are sent to communities for a purpose. And that purpose is to help them to attract the blessings from Chukwuka Premi Henine. Again, called ones are blessings to their various communities. We call them Ndezopta. Ndezopta is for a purpose. There is a primary purpose why Chukwuka decided to permit a called one to live in any given community. So in the yesteryears, when love truly thrive in our society, people used to pray for called ones to succeed. Again, is that communities, even down to families, should learn how to support a called one in their midst. Even in the families. Example, some families are finding it difficult to support called ones by giving them land, or some will be saying, you can never do this work in this our family or even in our community. By so doing, you are jeopardizing the person's calling. So I'm urging families and the communities to support a called one in their midst in any way possible they can be of great help. Thank you.
What role does gratitude play in deepening spiritual connection?
Yeah, gratitude plays a great role in deepening our spiritual connections. It's always good for us to always be grateful for all the goodies of life. Thanking Chukwu Okike in all ramifications for made it possible for giving us opportunity to be here on earth. If you always show gratitude to Chukwu Okike in what you have been doing in your life, it will give him more courage to keep doing the best for you. But if you're a type that you find it difficult to say, God, I'm grateful, it's demoralizing even among the human beings. So even among you're a fellow human being. If people perceive you as somebody that never be grateful for whatever good someone rendered to you, it will demoralize them from doing more. Because one Igbo adage says that ekele nwaanyị na-agwa akidi karịa moto ọzọ. So we should learn it because it helps to connect us more spiritually, even physically, if we learn the attitude of showing gratefulness towards whatever anybody did to us. Some people do believe that whatever they achieve here on earth is their own making by their strength. Or some believe that whatever happens just like that. They never recognize that Chukwu Okike loves us and that whatever happened to us is out of his love. Some people believe that sleeping and waking up is normal thing, but without knowing that whenever we breathe in, we ask Chukwu Okike, is time my time up? He said no, we breathe out. So we breathe in and breathe out of his love. So we should learn how to always be grateful to whom that created the entire universe. Thank you.
How does understanding yourself as a creation of Chukwuokike shape your identity?
Thank you for that question. Understanding ourselves that we are mere creatures of Chukwu Okike help to reshape our identity. Meaning is when you understand that you are just a mere pencil in the hands of the Creator, you'll be able to appreciate how you perceive or who you are or what you stand for, what you are known for. It's when you appreciate that you are a mere creature from the Chukwuoke Premier, you will be able to understand that you are his image and likeness. So that a lot of people are looking up to you. Therefore, you will not like to disappoint whom you represent, being Chukwuokike Premier. So, first and foremost, we must understand that we are created by him for a purpose. That is the only way we will be able to make meaningful impact and chart a new course for ourselves. What we will be known for, even when we must have leave the world. It's only by so doing discover our true self we will be able to chart a new course, to make meaningful impact, to be a joy giver to our fellow human being, and to be able to replicate what we are made of, that we are a spark of Chukwuoke Premier. By so doing, making a meaningful part in this gross material world. Thank you.
How can spiritual principles guide us in navigating moral dilemmas in a rapidly changing world?
Yes, thank you for that question. Our spiritual principles can guide us in making some vital decisions like empathy, having um, compassion, uh, will help us to make a meaningful impact in this world that is fast changing. Yes, what I can tell you is that is when we are well principled and understand the purpose of Earth Man, we'll be able to understand for us to make a meaningful impact here, we must imbibe this culture of having empathy for fellow human being, having a compassion for fellow human being, having the interest of fellow human being at heart, and decide within ourselves that we really want to make a meaningful impact in this world, like being a joy giver to people you are better off, the less privileged. In the world we are living today, people pay less attention in morality. which is actually affecting lifestyle. In this world we are living where people pay less concern in betterment of others, we should understand that we are here to be a joy giver and uh, a helpmate to ourselves. And that is the only way we can make this world better than we met it. This world we are living now, we are living in a world where people pay less attention, nobody cares anymore, people living the life they want. But that is not the primary purpose why we are created. So let's make effort to use our life to show example, better example to other people that's emulating us. By so doing, we'll be able to fulfill the primary purpose why Chukwuke gave us opportunity to be here on earth. Thank you.
All right, I really love your words of wisdom here today, sir. But before we go, we've come to the end of today's section of philosophy and life. But before we go, is there anything you would like to tell our viewers today?
Viewers all over the world, keep joining us, keep telling people about our administrations as you are doing this. May you remain blessed.
Wow, thank you very much. I know you will surely be here with us next time.
Thank you. I will definitely.
All right, we've come to the end of today's session of philosophy and life. Do well to keep those questions rolling in, as they will surely be reacted to. Thank you very much. For him here, his WhatsApp number is always there. Just check on your screen and you see the WhatsApp number. He's here for you whenever you want him. Ask questions, DM him directly. He's here for you. Thank you very much.